Hi, I'm Izzy Pears and I'm currently studying Business Studies and Human Resource Management at Leeds Beckett University. In this vlog I'm going to be talking to you about marketing myths and my interpretation of them. Marketing can be defined as the management process of anticipating, identifying and satisfying customer requirements profitably. Marketing is very important to a business for many reasons, including helping it to build a strong customer relationship, increasing awareness of the business, and increasing sales. There are four traditional business orientations: production, product, sales, and marketing. Marketing orientation can be defined as a company's philosophy focused on discovering and meeting the needs and desires of its customers through its product mix. It puts the customer at the heart of the business. If a company manages to meet its customers' needs and desires through its product, then it's more likely that the product will sell and the company's sales increase. A company I believe has this type of orientation is Lush. Lush sell handmade cosmetics and operate in the consumer market. They pride themselves off the fact that they're a company well known for being ethical. They're against animal testing, their products are vegetarian, and their packaging is recyclable. Their target market is 18 to 35-year-old women who are conscious about healthy behaviours and are pro-animal rights and social justice, meaning that their product and values appeal to their target market. Lush are constantly doing market research to make sure that their product meets the needs and desires of its customer. It's also clear that they put the customer first, as there's a section on their website about customer care, which is titled "The Customer is Always Right." Lush are involved with various charities, the most recent being All Out for their #GayIsOK campaign, where they produced a soap named Love Soap and gave all profits to charity. This also worked as a promotional tool for Lush, as the buyers were encouraged to take a picture of their Love Soap and post it on social media with the #GayIsOK. Lush recorded that their message reached 30 million people on social media. So while spreading a positive message and benefiting charity, it also promoted their product and their brand. Overall, by having a marketing orientation and putting the customer at the focus of the business, I believe this benefits Lush greatly, as it means that they're producing products which are exactly what the customers want, which in turn will increase sales. This statement can be seen to be true about many designer brands such as Gucci, Dior and Michael Kors. People that shop at designer brands can spend thousands of pounds on something such as a handbag. Some will spend this amount of money because they know it's good quality and will last them years, thus seeing it as an investment. However, the brand image can also be an influence to make someone spend a larger amount of money on something that they could find cheaper elsewhere. On the other hand, there are many big name brands that people go to because of the low prices, such as Primark. Despite knowing that the quality of clothing won't be as good as places that are slightly more expensive, people choose to shop there anyway. Primark says its target audience are young, fashion conscious, and want value for money. Therefore, it's very likely that if they were to raise their prices, they would lose a lot of their customers, as many people shop there because it's cheap and affordable. Overall, I would say that the statement "a big brand can sustain a high price" is just a myth, as even though it can be said to be true for some brands, it can't be said to be true about all brands. There are many brands that, despite being well known, have had to file for bankruptcy. For example, Pan Am, Blockbusters and Woolworths. Frank Winfield Woolworth opened his first shop in America in 1879 and his first shop in England in 1909. Woolworths was known for its low prices on almost anything, from entertainment and toys to homeware and garden tools. In 1999, 2 years after all US stores closed down, Woolworths UK changed their formula to focus on children, having toy displays replace traditional home ranges. Between 2002 to 2007, Woolworths' weekly customer numbers fell from 7 million to 4.5 million, as local shoppers without children were pushed away. The shops made their first loss of 97 years in 2005/2006, and in 2008, as the global economic situation worsened, insurers withdrew their cover of Woolworths purchases. This led to cash flow difficulties, and after a proposal for restructuring was rejected, the company was forced into administration. 41 days later, Woolworths had to shut down all its 800 stores after 99 years in the UK. The story of what happened to Woolworths can be used as significant evidence to suggest that the statement, "a strong brand is invincible," is in fact just a myth. However, there have also been instances where well-known companies have come back from bankruptcy, which could be used as evidence to support the statement. For example, American Airlines and its parent company AMR Corporation filed for bankruptcy in November 2011. In 2014, AMR and US Airways Group combined together to form the world's largest airline, American Airlines Group. 2014 was American Airlines' first profitable year since 2007. Advertising is crucial to businesses as it allows them to communicate their product with potential buyers. In the 1980s, Reebok was Nike's main competitor. In an attempt to surpass them, they launched their Just Do It campaign. When the campaign launched in 1988, Nike sales were at $800 million. 10 years later, in 1998, their sales exceeded $9.2 billion. This is a perfect example of how much influence advertising has on sales. In spite of this, there have also been examples that contradict the statement, "advertising always affects sales." As well as being one of the biggest names in the music industry, Beyoncé is also classed as a global brand, starring in multiple films, running a fashion label with her mother, and being an executive producer on her own documentary. On December 13, 2013, Beyoncé released her fifth studio album exclusively to iTunes, without any prior promotional marketing. Within the first 3 days alone, it had sold 828,773 copies and had reached the top of the iTunes album chart in 104 countries out of the 119 countries that iTunes is available. Therefore, you can't say that advertising always affects sales, as Beyoncé did no advertising for this album and it still became the fastest selling album in the history of the iTunes store. This being said, I believe this can only happen with brands that are already hugely popular, and brands that are fairly new or unheard of would definitely benefit highly from advertising. I have highly enjoyed creating this vlog, in particular the process of investigating various brands. I have discovered some very interesting arguments, both for and against marketing myths. Despite the fact that some of the research I found supports the statements I discussed, my overall conclusion is that they should be classed as myths. My reasoning for this is the statements I discussed aren't accurate about all brands. For example, regarding the statement, "a big name brand can sustain a higher price," I'm a student, and even though I love designer brands, I'm not in the financial situation where I can afford their products. Therefore, I would be more likely to shop at somewhere like Primark because of their low prices. So if they were to raise them, and I imagine many others, would stop shopping there, meaning that despite being a big name brand, they wouldn't be able to sustain a higher price. A myth can be defined as a widely held but false idea or belief. All of the statements are well heard of in the marketing industry and I'm sure are believed by many, but after the research that I found shows that they don't relate to all big brands and businesses, I believe they can be classed as false, thus making them myths.